What is up, Alex? It's Guys here. I have been investing in real estate for the last 4 years now, and you've all seen me grow right here on this channel. And you've seen how crazy this real estate market has been over the last couple of years, especially here in Austin, aka Opportunity City. I mean, it just keeps going up and up. I know, everyone is telling you to invest in real estate. It sounds like a lot, right? I mean, where do you begin? How do you save up money and manage your expenses? How do you learn the real estate market well enough to pull the trigger? When do you invest and where? These are questions that went through my head as well when I was first starting out. After making a few mistakes here and there, I learned. Now I own over 60 properties that are appreciating assets. Some even cash flow pretty well. And in Austin, that is dang near impossible. And currently, me and my partners are closing on new deals every single month. So to save you the trouble of going through the same process and making the same mistakes that I made, I'm back with another series that will give you all the confidence and the knowledge you need to start investing in real estate and to be good at it. Don't worry, it's not as difficult as it looks. Just follow along with me today and in the coming videos and you will be golden. Before you can buy real estate, you gotta prepare mentally, emotionally, and financially. So today I'm breaking down all of that, so that when the right deal falls in your lap, you're ready to pull the trigger. Oh, but before we go anywhere, do me a solid and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. You won't regret it. Now, let's learn a little bit about real estate, shall we? There are so many options to choose from when it comes to investing. You've got long-term rental properties, flipping houses, Airbnb, and REITs, aka real estate investment trusts. You can do single family, small multifamily, commercial. The options are endless. Well, not endless, but you get it. If you're a subscriber, then you know about long-term rentals, right? These are properties that you own and lease out to renters with a 12 to 24 month term. These can be residential homes, single family houses, small multifamily, or even a bigger acquisition like an apartment complex. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Another option in the real estate game was made famous by our friends in Waco, Chip and Joanna Gaines, flipping houses. To do this, you'll need some cash and a creative mind, and a lot of patience. It basically consists of buying an undervalued property, renovating it, then either selling it, or the better option in my opinion is refinancing that property, pull some cash out and keep it in your portfolio. But I digress. There are different exit strategies for different people. Another option is an investment group or an investment trust. A real estate investment trust is an option where you can passively invest in larger portfolios of residential or commercial properties, sit back and collect your return. Now, to invest money in any of these options, you need to save money. Sounds simple, right? Well, it is and it isn't. Simple, but not easy. I've seen so many people stumble over this first step time and time again. If you love to party hard and live like there's no tomorrow, you might struggle with it a bit. This is what holds people back from investing in real estate and reaching their financial goals. I know we all want to have what we want and when we want it, and that's okay if you don't want to buy real estate. You have to draw the line somewhere. Sacrifice is necessary to secure your future financially. So here's some tips to make saving a whole lot easier. Cut down your expenses. I cannot stress this enough. Cut back on eating out. Don't order things that you don't need. I know that you feel like you can't live without that new TV or pair of Jordans, but you can. And if you know your Grubhub delivery guy by name, then you should probably cut back. Cooking your own groceries from a grocery store ain't that bad. Next, the best way to save is to get a savings account that is separate from your checking account. Once money goes in there, don't take it out until you have enough money to invest in some income producing assets like real estate. It's smart to automate a percentage of your paycheck to go to that account. You can start small, like 5 or 10% of every check. Another thing that has helped me a lot is to put aside unexpected money into the savings account as well. Remember that envelope with that $10 check you got from grandma last Christmas? Yeah, that goes into the savings account too. My very last tip for saving is the most important. Stay focused on your goal. When you want to go out to the bars with your friends on Saturday, remember that you are saving to create wealth. And before you know it, you'll be able to live a life that you only dreamed of. Stay focused on what you truly want. When I say that these 4 tips kickstarted my journey to becoming a multi-million-dollar real estate investor, I mean it. Work hard and smart now. You can chill at your cabin and relax by the fancy pool once your investments are starting to pay you back. But before then, you'll need 2 more things in your life: budgeting and discipline. Step 1, figure out your income. Before you start budgeting, you need to know how much is coming in. Make a list of all the income that you have coming in. Your monthly income may be simply what you take home from your job. Maybe your paychecks aren't always consistent. Maybe you're a freelancer, for example, or you work a different number of hours each week. Average your income over the previous 3 months and use that. Step 2, calculate your expenses. Now that you know your income, it's time to add up your monthly expenses. What are all your fixed expenses? The monthly expenses that you have to pay. These are things like your student loan, cell phone bill, groceries, groceries, gas, car payments, insurance, utilities, and rent. Add all this up, then subtract that number from the monthly income. This will let you know how much you have left over to save up for your first investment. Next up, figure out your financial goals. This is vital because it helps you put a plan in place that prioritizes what's most important to you. Obviously, you want to save for an investment, but you might have other financial objectives that you need to hit to get there. This can include getting out of debt, paying off your car, student loans, etc. Think about what you want for your personal financial life and set some goals. Listing your goals can help you maintain perspective and prioritize your spending as you create your short-term and long-term budget plan. Step 4, figure out how much money you need to do things for fun. This may sound a little contradictory, but life isn't just about paying bills and saving money. Take into account the things that you spend money on that you don't absolutely need, but you'd still like to be able to keep your quality of life. These may include occasionally going out to eat, gifts for others, or date nights with that special someone. Don't get carried away with this step. Remember, the goal is to save money. Step 5, crunch the numbers. Subtract your total expenses from your income. If you're bringing in more than you have going out, then you know how much you can save every single month. And you're going to be able to see where you want to metaphorically trim the fat. If you're spending more than you're bringing in, figure it out and trim a lot of fat. Now, on to discipline. I found over the years that if you're disciplined about one thing in life, it makes it easier to become disciplined in other areas of your life. I mean, think about it. Brushing your teeth is second nature now, right? You don't think about how big of a hassle it is. It got easier with time. And if you do struggle with brushing your teeth, gross. But in all seriousness, if you're disciplined in your everyday life, it will be much easier to be disciplined with saving, budgeting, and investing in real estate. So here are a few tips that really helped me. Set small goals first. Don't overwhelm yourself by setting the bar too high. Build your confidence by setting and achieving small goals. If you want to run 5 miles without stopping, set an initial goal of running a quarter mile without stopping, then build on top of it. And be patient with yourself. This process can be frustrating, but that's a part of growing. Next, prioritize. What do you need to dedicate the most effort to? Organize your day to totally crush them. If you put things that you don't necessarily love at the top of your priorities, you'll be relieved that they're done instead of putting them off to another day. Another tip for discipline is to know your weakness. Think about how you might slip up and figure out how you can prevent that from happening. For example, if you know you need to get to work an hour earlier, but you're a bit of a night owl, drink some sleepy time tea before bed. You have the tools to fight back against your weakness. My last tip on discipline is to get an accountability partner. You're less likely to sleep in, eat that cookie, or spend that dollar if someone you admire is watching. When the going gets tough, you will have someone there to keep you going. Discipline is absolutely necessary, especially when you have big goals and plans. So be vigilant about where you're spending your time and your money and stick to the goals. What helps me the most is to remind myself what I'm working toward and why. At the end of the day, you're on the right track no matter what. You've made the right decision by getting into real estate, and if you stay consistent and put in the work, you will be successful. Keep these tips in mind. They are so important and will be so beneficial to you throughout your entire investing career. This, my friends, is just the beginning of what you need to know before investing. This video is part 1 of a 3-part series that we're producing for you to help you crush it in real estate. Now, if you have any questions about this video or about anything in real estate, drop them in the comments below. I promise to personally respond to every single one. Thanks again for watching today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.